Dave Williams, host of the show Transforming Lives. I'm at the men's march, so if you notice me moving, that will be the reason for it. But today we bless our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for another wonderful day on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Truly, there's power in Jesus to break every chain. We usually start off this program with 5 minutes with Moments with Christ, and that is led by Dr. Leslie McMillan. Dr. McMillan, welcome to the program Transforming Lives on Global 99.5, Cable TV 974, Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom. Welcome, Dr. Mark.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave.
Yes, sir.
It is so wonderful to be with you and all your guests, and especially the lead guest and his associates. I look forward to the presentation this afternoon. However, let me fulfill my responsibility and make very, very clear that why we present Jesus Christ at the beginning, so that everybody will know that if you want anything to be eternal, anything, you name it, including your health, and you can have optimal health, for the only way it can be eternal is in Christ Jesus by faith. So this is why Dave and his team and Jackie and all those insist that we share this with one and everybody, because whatever you may get on this planet, if we are not off the planet when it burns, then it is not eternal. And in Christ Jesus, when we pass and we live in him, he lives in us, and enjoy everything that comes with him. When we die, so to speak, we only sleep. And he has promised to wake us up after that first death so that we can live with him forever. And so that's how it becomes eternal, because all of us are going to die. Doesn't matter how much money you have, how healthy you are. And so Jesus said he came that we might have not only just life, but an abundant life. And that's what the program is all about this afternoon. But he didn't stop there. He said an eternal life. So now, let us be sure of the eternal life. And as we listen to the information that Christ has for us, that our lives here can be abundant and eternal. I just simply love it. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. McMillan. I join you in those sentiments that nothing more important than having the eternal life, which is found in Christ and Christ only. Ladies and gentlemen, live on Cable TV's on Cable TV 974. If you hear some noise in the background, this is the men's march. And so I will sign off shortly. Once I sign off, Jackie will take over. If she's not here, then Professor Dawn Claire, you'll have to take the lead, because I will be focusing on the men's march. Thank you very, very much. Thank those of you for joining us. I'm sorry I couldn't spend the entire show with you today. Jackie, are you on, Jackie?
Hi, I am here. It's a beautiful...
Okay, go ahead. Have a wonderful march.
Thank you so very much. Happy Sunday to everyone. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We had the Red Cross Fair yesterday. We had persons receiving doctorate degrees. So congratulations to the host of the show, the one and only David Williams, receiving his honorary doctorate degree yesterday. Congratulations on behalf of Transforming Lives. We are absolutely proud of you and your well-deserving accomplishment. So today we want you to call your friends. You shouldn't have enemies, but just in case you do, call them too. Let them know that Transforming Lives is on the air. Draw near. We're going to give you a moment to do that, because you do not want to miss this session. We have valuable information for you. So there you go. draw near, one and all, informative information for you. Today it is indeed a pleasure to have on the show some esteemed gentlemen, but I'm just going to start with the first one here in Nassau. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself, and then he will introduce some of his colleagues, other doctors. So lots of doctors all around, Dr. Squared. I'm on the program and Cube. I mean, doctors everywhere. And so we love when we have esteemed men who could stand up to the plate and give valuable information to our audience. So right here in Nassau, dealing with the topic, I'm telling you, this is a good topic. How to live pain-free and disease-free. So I'm all ears. How to age with grace and dignity. I want to introduce to you, welcome to the show. He's no stranger to transforming life. Welcome back to the show, Professor Don Major. How are you doing on this beautiful Sunday?
I am blessed and highly favored. Jackie, thank you for your welcome. Congratulations to your co-host, Dr. Dave Williams, well-deserved. And maybe next year by this time, we'll be talking about Dr. Jackie. How about that?
I love that.
And thank you,
well,
Dr.
thank
L.P.
you.
McMillan, for his words of welcome. Let me assure him and the audience that for my three colleagues, for us, Jesus Christ is the beginning and the end and everything in between.
Yes. Well, that's good. We're talking the same language. Dr. Major, you're no stranger to the show, but there are persons who are listening far and near. Just tell us some interesting, maybe let's say 3 to 4 interesting facts about yourself.
I'm going to save that for the next presenter, but let me just say, for me, my primary identity is that I am a SOG. That's a son of God.
Son of God.
You heard about SOB, right?
SOB?
Everybody knows what SOB is, right?
What is SOB?
I'm not going to say son of a, that's a bad word.
SOG.
That's a bad word, son of a lady dog.
That's why. I don't know if it's my receiving, you're very low on my end. So maybe you can talk. I hope they can all hear you.
Can you hear me?
You're coming in low my end. I don't know if it's my instrument. Can we all, let me just do a check for those in the Zoom room. Can you hear clearly?
I can hear.
I can hear, Doc.
Okay, so it might be my instrument. So go right ahead, Dr. Major.
Very good. My primary identity is I am a SOG.
SOG.
Son of God.
Son of God.
The world talks about SOB. I reclaimed that and made it SOG, Son of God.
All right. That's the most important thing. All right. So you have some esteemed gentlemen on the line, I think, in the room with you. Can you introduce your guest?
Okay.
And go into your presentation.
All right. Coming to you live from More Mito, Bahamas University, where we believe in education through information and inspiration. Welcome to our first seminar in the region, MOH 10,001. No more pain, no more disease. MOH refers to Ministry of Healing 10,001 because we are the first and we will be the last. Now, many of you in this region, the Bahamas, the Caribbean, suffer from constant, chronic, debilitating pain, as well as chronic, non-communicable lifestyle diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, strokes, heart attacks, kidney disease, dementia, and cancer. Guess what? I know you've heard it before. I know you've seen it before. And you will say, Professor Major, others, listen, is this another scam? Take courage, friends. Hope, help, and healing is here. Presenting to you now, first of all, to lead off, Dr. Clive Campbell out of Jamaica, a naturopathic expert specializing in gut health and the microbiome technology. I call him the godfather of More Mito in the Caribbean. Dr. Clive.
Hey, a pleasant good evening to you, Professor Major. And from Jamaica to the Bahamas. Yeah, hearty, good up blessing from Jamaica to you there.
Welcome.
Yes, you guys are giving me good reason to come to the Bahamas for the first time.
Come on over.
Thank you for your warm welcome. Happy to be in your space from my place. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to give you a brief disclaimer as we proceed. A disclaimer, we Moamaito, FDA disclaimer. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The product discussed is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information is intended for general information purpose only. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have before us is something that mankind has been waiting for since the dawn of civilization. The mitochondria you'll be hearing about, and the company that is first to present fuel for the mitochondria. Ladies and gentlemen, all our lives are waiting on this moment, but it is now here. You thought you have heard it all and you have seen it all, but here comes more Mito out of the blue with two powerful, amazing product technologies that will be presented to you a little more by Dr. Samuels. You're going to be hearing information that even if you have been going to your primary care physician for 40, 50, and even 60 years, you have never heard this latest scientific breakthrough development. We are on the cusp. We are at the frontier of something new. Mankind has never been this far before. Now, we have been accustomed to be going out of space. More Mita allows you to venture inner space. We are going there, places that you've only heard briefly about. Dr. Samuels is going to give you a lot of information for your transformation. Now, allow me to introduce to you the mighty professor himself, Professor Daniel Major, BA, BSc, MBA, ABD. He's a researcher, a writer, a newspaper columnist, senior manager, business executive, entrepreneur, lecturer, motivational speaker, ordained elder, lay preacher, and lifestyle student. Married with 3 sons, grandchildren, hails from Nassau, and Professor Major brings amazing things to you. Let me get out of the way of greatness and present to some and introduce to others. Professor Daniel Major, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Clive. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our mission today is to educate you on 5 key categories. 1, why you have pain in your body. 2, why your body gets sick, gets disease. 3, why your body gets tired and old. 4, how we can fix all of those problems and challenges. And 5, why we are different and better. Let me ask you a question. When you get old, don't you want to have the ability to maintain your independence, your dignity, and be in your right mind? Of course. That's the problem with many older people today. The answer to those questions about pain, sickness, and disease, the solution for tiredness and aging with dignity is the word that Dr. Clive just mentioned, mitochondria. To understand mitochondria, I must take you back briefly to high school biology and health science. The Holy Bible describes the human body as fearfully and wonderfully made. Anybody disagree with that? I doubt that. Today, researchers and scientists continually affirm that description. The human body is built of trillions of basic units called cells. Remember that word? Cells.
Cells.
These are the building blocks of the body. Just like Legos are used by kids to build structures, and like cement blocks are used by builders to build buildings. And they consist of 3 major parts: the nucleus, the cytoplasm, and the cell membrane. A group of cells combined are called tissues. A group of tissues combined are called organs. And a group of organs combined are called systems, such as the respiratory system, the digestive system, and the skeletal system. Now, that word cytoplasm, within the cytoplasm are some key components called organelles. In other words, mini organisms. Each has different specialized functions. One of the most important of these organelles within the cytoplasm is mitochondria. There's that word again. What are the mitochondria? They are the so-called battery or the power plant of the cell. They provide the energy for the operation of the cells. Now let's look at the automobile. Without the battery, nothing happens. Am I right about that? Needs a battery. Every car needs a battery to operate. Every single cell, just like the car, except for mature red blood cells, also needs to have that battery called a mitochondria. Now, conversely, every sickness, every disease is a result of the malfunction or the breakdown of the mitochondria. Mitochondrial decline speeds up the aging process. That covers the gamut of what our questions are for discussion today. But guess what? We have a medical doctor on stage, and he's going to introduce you to our solution, our evolutionary, revolutionary technology that enables and empowers the body to heal itself. Because our products do not heal. Our technology enables and empowers the body to heal itself. Make that very clear distinction. And guess what? After 9 years of research, host Jackie, after 3 years of operation and usage, there are no known harmful side effects. We only have beneficial side effects, such as weight loss, more and better sleep, regular bowel movements, energy booster, rebooting your brain, regulation of cholesterol, regulation of high blood pressure. But now, we're going to ask Dr. Clive to present to you the amazing doctor, Dr. Samuels. Back to you, Dr. Clive.
Okay, great. Thank you, Professor Major. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Jackie, we're introducing you to the man of the moment. He's my friend for a couple of years now. He's very humble, and he has information for transformation. He is like Google in live and living form. There has never been a more down-to-earth doctor that speaks to the issues in your tissues in a way as profound and powerful as Dr. Samuels. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Samuels holds a bachelor's degree in physiology and psychology. He holds a bachelor's degree in theology. He is an electric technician and he holds a diploma. But in our interest, he's an accident and emergency physician. He knows how to help people to put themselves back together again. Ladies and gentlemen, call your neighbor, call your friend. Every nook and cranny from baby to granny, the doctor is in the house. The doctor is opening his microphone. The doctor is on. Don't wink, don't blink, don't even think. Open your ears and allow to speak to you now. Dr. Samuels, will you open your microphone, please, Dr. Samuels?
Yes, my mic is open. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, Bahamas. Been there a couple of times. Love the Bahamas. Love the Bahamas. Beaches are just second to Jamaica. All right.
Careful.
Play with that, sir.
Careful.
All right, folks. We are looking forward to one of these days. We all can meet in a big convention and we are just going to have such a wonderful time. As Dr. Clive said, Dr. Samuels, I am so excited about this new technology that we have discovered, and we're just going to get right into it because folks are going to ask questions. We'll do all the formalities at another time. But the mitochondria produces the energy necessary for the cells to survive and function. Without the mitochondria, no, the human being just cannot live. So mitochondria is considered to be the powerhouse of the cell, and it is responsible for extracting energy from the food we eat. Now think about this, that you have even like a remote control. In order for that remote control to work, it needs to have good battery in it. So the energy is released from the mitochondria in the form of what we call ATP. Now, as the powerhouse of the cell, it is the main site of ATP production. It also provides a vital role in the storage of calcium and apoptosis, because you know when the cells reach a particular age, they need to die properly. Detoxification of the liver is also another main thing that the mitochondria does. And folks should know that the liver produces 75% of the cholesterol that we need. And sometimes the liver is not functioning properly. We can have early morning what we know as a liver dump or a cholesterol dump. You don't want no big dumping in your body. So humans cannot survive without mitochondria. So what happens when your mitochondria is low? Then you get like mitochondrial diseases, and it can cause a vast array of health issues and health concerns for like cardiovascular disease. Folks, our community, folks are so enamored with stuff like hypertension. Think about it. High blood pressure, they said, is the silent killer. So if your mitochondria are not working properly, that could be one of the reasons why we have so much hypertensive people among us. Here is what they are talking about us with hypertension. They call it the silent killer because your body now over time adjusts itself to when the blood pressure gets high. And then what that causes is that now you can have damage to your nerves, damage to your blood vessels, and so on and so forth. When we also talk about with the cardiovascular, we also have neurological problems. One of the things that happened with hypertension is that you also can develop renal failure, kidney issues, and for our men, erectile dysfunction. Some of the medication that they're giving our men for high blood pressure, the ones that end with mostly OLOL, we call those beta blockers. Those ones, they slow down everything, including the muscles, so we can have problems with that. When we look at the GI problem, from the mouth to the anus is about 30 feet of like we call it like a hose. There's a lot of space in there for pathogens and stuff to hide and develop. Talk about pulmonary stuff. Think about your chest cavity. Those things that God put in there, the two lungs inside of your chest, if you were to unwrap them like book leaves, you will be looking at about the size of a tennis court. Again, another place where a lot of stuff can go and hide. So what happened? Then we develop inflammation. When the mitochondria is not right, we develop inflammation. And inflammation can cause cardiovascular diseases, allergies, eye problem, asthma, diabetes, lung issues. One of the things that we are finding out that our product is doing is that a lot of people are now coming off pain medication because it is just really taking care of a lot of the pain that people are going through. One of the problems, again, with having with high blood pressure is that sometimes the blood vessels get damaged. And when they do get damaged, then neutrophils show up, and then the cholesterol shows up in order to plug that, to fix that damaged area. Then what happened when that damaged area is getting fixed? When it fixes it, it just does not leave. It stays there, and it tries to, and it builds up, and all of a sudden, the blood flow to the organ or to wherever it is supposed to take the blood now becomes occluded. Listen to me. Once it gets to 70% occlusion, especially the arteries for the heart, once it gets to 70% occlusion, you're going to start having angina, chest pain, and all of that stuff. Now, think about it now. This is for my men. If you are having angina, you're having chest pain, you go to the doctor, we're going to give you nitroglycerin. What is nitroglycerin? It is supposed to be a vasodilator that opens up the blood vessels and allow the blood to flow properly. But what if your lady comes over and you decide that, you want to get in the bed and you want to get busy, and you forgot that you had just taken your nitroglycerin. And so if your stuff were not working right and you had to get some help from the Viagra, and then you take the Viagra, not remembering that you took the nitroglycerin a couple of hours ago, right in the middle of your action, your blood pressure is going to drop. And when that blood pressure drops, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to die. Okay, your blood pressure is going to go maybe to 50/20, and that's going to kill you. Now, how do we repair the mitochondrial damage? How do we prevent it? Our company, which is called More Mito, has developed 3 proprietary products. Product number 1 is called Ultra Restore. Product number 2 is called Ultra Rejuvenate. And then we have a Restore for the pets. So those who love their pets and have their pets, we have a product for that. Now, listen keenly here. The Ultra Mito Restore. It works from the inside out. How does it work? It grows the mitochondria to increase cellular energy and to provide your body with the natural resources to restore, regenerate, and repair itself physically. Eden Zonika, could you turn off the mic? Thank you. And so that is how the Ultra Restore works. Now we have a second product, we call it the Ultra Mito Rejuvenate. So that's our topical gel, and it works from the outside in on any areas of specific concern. So the gel is applied, and anywhere you have unwanted stuff like in your scalp, in your skin, affects your hair. So how it does it work? It penetrates deep into the tendons, into the ligaments, into the muscles and joints that may be experiencing discomfort, mobility issue, or lack of feeling or circulation. So this is how that goes deep inside of there, and it now begins to repair everything that needs to be repaired. So now how did they work from a technology, from a delivery system? Because whenever you're going to take medication, whether from the pharmacy or wherever, it's about the delivery system. We heard about two words when we were studying medicine: pharmacodynamic and pharmacokinetic. Pharmacokinetic, what the drugs to your body. Pharmacodynamic, what the body does to your drugs, to the drugs. But here is how it works. So the Rejuvenate then, natural ingredients, and they are amplified and driven deep into the cell. Folks, when we can heal from the cellular level, it is the best. And then the Restore now, the Ultra Mito Restore, works from the inside out, growing mitochondria to increase cellular energy, provide your body with the natural resources to restore, regenerate, and to repair itself. Now, the technology that is used is called XDS, Exponential Delivery System. It works like this in a nutshell. If you think about a chain link fence, and you have a tennis ball and you try to force it through that chain link fence, it will go through, but it will be kind of difficult and it's going to take some energy. Now think about the exact same chain link fence and you have your handful of marbles. How many of them you think you can get through that chain link fence very easily? All of them. So that is how that is the technology that our company uses. Now, let me talk about the Restore quickly. So what the Restore does, it detoxifies from a cellular level. You get more deep and restorative sleep. You get mood enhancement and get rid of chronic stress. It restores, it promotes and stimulates free natural energy that can outlast your day. Again, we mentioned detoxification, and it's body-wide support for your major organ system. And so let me give you a couple of, not all of them, because there are other times that we are up against time and all of that, but there are a couple of, this Restore is made up of some superfood. And these are some documented, remember the word, these are documented benefits. It gives excessive fatigue relief. It helps with regulating your blood sugar. It regulates your blood pressure. It gives heart and cardiovascular support, major organ support. Folks, weight loss. When I look at the weight loss, when I'm thinking, oh, so because now that the mitochondria is more powerful, the mitochondria is now working the way it ought to work, then the metabolism now speeds up and persons are losing weight based on that. Healthy hair, more youthful skin, cholesterol improvement, immune response and support. These are just a few of the documented stuff that it does. So, who do you know? Do you know an athlete who is striving for greatness? Get them on the Restore, all natural products, so you don't have to worry about any contraband in them or any of that kind of stuff. Working moms and dads, people who just want to have healthy as they can be, and just what to say, just launch an attack. Send some Restore today to those cells and give them what it is that they deserve to do what they need to do for you. So Restore is taken as a liquid form. It's a drop. You put it under your tongue and you do it sublingually, and it just absorbs right into your bloodstreams. So it gets right into the bloodstream, and then so it doesn't have to deal with that first pass effect of the stomach and the liver. So it gets right into the bloodstream. And now when it gets into the bloodstream, it now passes the lipid bilayer of the cell itself, gets into the cytoplasm, finds the mitochondria, pass the lipid bilayer of the mitochondria, and go deep into the mitochondria and power it up. What's going to happen when the mitochondria is powered up again? Number one, it is going to activate glutathione. And then glutathione now is going to get rid of the free radicals. It's going to get rid of the oxidative stress, and it's going to get rid of the free radicals. Now, when your cell is at that level where it is now healthy and ready to go again, pathogens, watch out, because the mitochondria is at work and it's going to be fixing from the inside out. Now, what should I expect? Well, some folks get same-day results. That's how quickly it works for some folks. Most people report benefits in days or weeks. Listen to this though, but in some instances, you're going to get signs of detoxification. What are these signs? Some of the signs of detoxification is that you might have a headache for the first day or two, because when when toxins being drawn out of the body, you're going to get some headache. One, you'll probably feel a little bit lethargic and want to sleep for the first couple of days. Again, the toxins coming out of your body will do that. And thirdly, you might find out that you need to use the plunger when you finish pooing, because so much is going to come out of your system. Two main ingredients, there's about 44 of them, but we're just going to touch on the two that our doctor really found out that really makes this thing work is extra virgin olive oil and black seed oil and the leaves of these two plants. So these are the things that goes deep into the mitochondria. These are the two products that really help you to work it from the inside out. And then Rejuvenate now. Rejuvenate is our second product. It's a cream. It looks like Vaseline. You just rub it on anywhere that itch, scratch, break out, or irritate. And so if you have any joint discomfort, if you have fine wrinkles that you want to get rid of, sunburn or sun damage, even if it's from a long time ago, any cuts, any bruises, a lot of folks we know they suffer from dandruff and they want to get rid of them. This, you just massage it onto that area and just watch it as it goes to work to get rid of all of those damage. Anybody who have had old sport injuries, we have a lot of reports of people's rotator cuff or other kind of sport injuries that are now being fixed. Any muscle strains and all of that, yes, it does help to get rid of those things. Do you want to look younger and fresher? I mean, we know that women.
Everyone.
All right, I know that. You want to look younger and fresher? This Ultra Mito Restore does that. Do you want to pursue a more vigorous athletic workout? It helps with that. If you just want to be as healthy as you can be, our Rejuvenate works well. Now, because we have these two products, they complement each other. So when you do get your products, what we ask you to do is to get a teaspoon of the Restore, put it in the cream or in the gel, shake it up, stir it up together, and man, watch your face glow. Watch your hair glow. Watch scars disappear from your face over time. And it does not take a long time, because this thing really works. So we say you thoroughly massage it into your skin. And we also recommend that even after the stuff is gone, whether it be skin tags falling off, whether it be molds that are being removed, whether it be sunburns, whether it be wounds and scars that are now being taken care of, we say, ask you, continue for a while. Imagine as a mother, a grandmother, a dad, being able to chase after your kids and grandkids running around the house. Get rid of the joint discomfort. Get rid of the joint pain. Imagine I just want to share a little testimony with you. It's not mine. I heard it of this 67-year-old man who have a diabetic foot, and there was no circulation in the blood. His daughter was rubbing the Rejuvenate on his foot, and right there in front of her, the vein just popped open, and they were able to see the blood flow in that vein again. folks, this thing works and it works well. So, what I want to say is that Dr. Elliott, then, he's a researcher, and he said this, that what affects health the most is the health of the mitochondria. You literally cannot be your healthiest unless your mitochondria is at its best. If the health of the mitochondria can be restored and you have more mitochondria that are bigger, more energetic, your overall health will be improved. Get the mitochondria right and watch your body rebuild, restore, and regenerate. Dr. Clive, back to you, sir.
Hey, Dr. Samuels, thank you so much for those powerful information. Somebody is already wanting to find out how they can get these products. Simply to say, get back to the person who invited you to come to this call. And we are going to have a question and answer section soon. But I just want to share a few testimonials with you. Now, the truth is that when the persons formulated the product, their main mantra was, what if we can help people to die of old age and not disease? That is why 70, 80, and 90-year-old persons are getting their eyesight improved. Their GI tract digestive system is working well. Their energies are coming back. They are sleeping better. They are getting back their dignity, and they are no longer depending on persons to feed them with the spoon or with the fork, or to lift them from here, lift them to there. They are now doing it themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new age. It's a new time. It's a new movement is taking place. You are next in line for your blessing. I don't need to go far to find testimonials. Myself, my wife, my son, right in my house, we are getting benefit for eyesight benefit. If your eyes are getting dark, here come the eyesight brightener. For persons who are having problems with their high blood pressure, here comes something to normalize the blood pressure, your blood sugar. How about dealing with your pain? Back pain, neck pain, head pain, all kind of pain. We are able now to say, rub it and forget it. We have something that you have always wanted, but it has only just arrived. I want to say to you that there are some persons who have shared testimony with us. For example, Teresa, my asthma and warts are gone, and my energy is up all day. Hear this person, Noel. I walk without crutches for the first time in my life after using the exponential delivery system. Here's what Lisa said. I am a negative breast cancer survivor. During my treatment, I had extreme fatigue and severe side effects. After taking Restore, my energy returned. The side effects were milder, and the speed with which my tumor shrank surprised even my doctors. I give her this one. After my doctors gave up on my mother, our family was planning for a funeral. We gave her Restore. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I hear somebody saying goodbye to my pains and my sorrows. So long. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to that back pain. Bye-bye to that diabetes. Bye-bye to that fibroids issue. Bye-bye to that prostate issue. Those men who are getting up, going to the bathroom 4, 5, 6 times a night. Oh, those days are gone. What are your issues? What do you want Restore to restore in your body? Ladies and gentlemen, with the doctors in the house, I'm going to allow Lady Jackie to, if she would guide this section of allowing persons who want to ask questions to facilitate that. Is that okay, Lady Jackie? The doctor is here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Information for transformation. I'm sure our audience, they're interested in transformation. So at this time, definitely, we only have limited time. We have about 20 minutes. So we want, as opposed to me asking questions, I will let persons ask questions from the room, Facebook. So here's the opportunity. I'm gonna ask that the technician to unmute the mic and allow persons to ask questions. So we have any questions in the room? Who will be the first? I'm sure, excellent presentation. You had me really, okay, we have somebody up. Who's going to be the first person asking a question? Go right ahead. We have anybody in the room, Zoom room, Facebook? Oh, my host, Mr. Williams, would not be able to monitor the feedback from Facebook, but do we have anybody in the room that want to ask? I mean, I have many different questions, but it was such pertinent information, but I want to, in the interest of time, I want to get feedback from the room. Anyone would like to ask a question or make a comment? Ask.
Jackie?
Yes?
Could we have Pastor Barbara come on for a minute to give a brief testimony
Sure.
while they're waiting with their questions?
Sure, that would be great. Let's maximize our time.
Good afternoon. I'm Pastor Barbara Evans out of Nassau, Bahamas. And I just want to say how happy and excited I am about this technology that I was introduced to about 3 weeks ago. And ever since then, my life has really, turned around for the positive. I had several herniated discs in my back due to a slip and fall some 13 years ago. I suffered a torn meniscus due to a fall in January of this year. And I'm telling you, using the Rejuvenate, I rub it on every evening, and now I can testify that I cannot even feel the numbness in my toes and my knees that I was feeling for almost 13 years. And so I thank God that this technology has indeed given me a lease on life. Thank you so much for having me to share.
Wow, excellent testimony. Excellent. Is there anybody else, Dr. Major, before we go back into our questions that you would like to share?
I can ask a question.
Time, we want to get those testimonies while we're on the air.
Yeah.
So
I'll give a general question that I'm sure in the minds of many people, that is this. When you go to the doctor prescribes medication for you, and they tell you one or two things. One, you may have to take this for the rest of your life. Two, you must be aware that there are many harmful side effects. And then three, we can give you medication for those very same harmful side effects. So you're taking medication after medication. With more Mito products, there are no harmful side effects. As we've said, they're only beneficial side effects for everybody. That's very important. And let me tell you, Sister Jackie, you may not need it. Your face looks very smooth and very pretty, so you may not need to use that. But I'm sure your people
use it. Go ahead.
But it helps to maintain. It clears up spots, warts, even if they are very old. Now, let me tell you, I must confess, I had 4 samples to distribute to some fortunate persons today, Sister Jackie. But guess what? I ran out because people kept calling and calling and calling. I had 24 of them. They were given out. Let me tell you a testimony for one of my people. He had been suffering from gout for years. Knee pain. I gave it to him on a Monday evening. He applied it that night and again that morning. About midday, 1:30, he called me. I was not available. I got to him back about 6 o'clock. Here's what he said to me. Mr. Major, I don't know what that witchcraft was.
Oh, they call it witchcraft.
They call it witchcraft.
Okay.
Far from the truth. But it surely worked. I had another customer who got a sample. He has prostate issues. He's taking medication for urination so he can urinate more freely from one of our very famous urologists, Dr. Joe Evans. He took that product and he didn't take the medication that night. He called me the next day. He said, is this thing supposed to cut back on the amount of times you pee in the bathroom? I said, yes. Remember, the doctor said that people with prostate issues have to go and pee regularly, very frequently. Mm-hmm. The stuff cut down on the amount of his trips to the bathroom. And let me give one more while somebody else is coming forward. One of those same persons who got one of those jars, a very small jar of samples, he called me the next night. I delivered it to him about 4:30. He called me the next day. He said, Brother Major, He said, let me tell you something. I don't know this is supposed to have this kind of effect, but let my wife tell you. I have constipation problems all my adult life. And let my wife tell you the last time I had a pass. She said to me, he had a pass more than 10 days ago. Now, here's what he said. Between the time I gave it to him, I had him put it on in my presence. And 12 o'clock that night, he had 3 separate passes.
Wow.
If you have constipation, no problems, no difficulties. And the last one of our coaches, we had a track coach who on one of our calls, he's part of our group in the USA. He works with high school kids, high school athletes. Right. He passed an athlete who was on the ground with a cramp. Most of you know what cramps are.
Right.
He put a little jar and said, apply this to the cramped area. He went to the restroom, came back, couldn't find her. She's already back on the field. Within minutes, that cramp disappeared after she applied that Rejuvenate. So ladies and gentlemen, here's what our founder says. This came from God. The product formulator himself said, God gave him this formula. God told him exactly what to use and in what amounts to use it. Now, going back to Dr. L.B. Macmillan and Dr. Dave and yourself, we believe in the word of God. Yes. We believe in the presence and the power of God. We believe this is a God-sent thing, the closest thing to a miracle since Jesus was on earth. And as Dr. L.B. said, Christ came that we would have life and have it more. We're anxious for questions. If you have any more questions and you can't get it on us here, we have another program later on.
All right. No, well, sure. We do have questions, but personally, I have questions. I am keenly interested in sleep. Now, you talk about, I think it was the Restore Ultra. Talk a little bit about the role that plays in sleep. That's a major problem for persons worldwide, not just locally in the Bahamas, worldwide. So if we can solve that problem, that's a big one. So talk a little bit about that one.
Okay. So let me get on that one. I have a friend that is a nurse in Toronto, and she just used to always get up, even on the weekend. She would be up early, and just, at 5 and 4 o'clock in the morning, wake up and can't go back to sleep. After about 4 days on the Restore, 4 days, that first weekend, she slept until 11:30, almost midday, woke up energetic. The thing that this is going to do for you when it comes to sleep, it is going to regulate the hormones. And those sleep hormones are going to be energized and regulated. And what you're going to find out once you start taking this product is that when you wake up in the morning, you're not going to wake up tired. You know how a lot of times you wake up and by the time your feet hit the floor, you're ready to go back to bed. No such thing here. You wake up, you're energized, you're ready to go. And like we said in the presentation, it will outlast your entire day without even giving you those crazy side effects. So once we get the mitochondria right in those glands, then now they release the proper amount of hormones to control your sleep. So you're getting nice REM sleep. And one of the things that is happening, I don't know about a lot of people, but for me, I am actually remembering my dreams. I wake up, you're so rested, and I'm actually vividly remembering what I dreamt, which is an amazing thing. You know, a lot of times we dream and we wake up and like, oh my God, I can't remember what was. No, none of that. So for sleep, yes, awesome.
Absolutely. Is that the same product? Another, I don't know about Jamaica, but I'm sure worldwide, cholesterol. Is that the same product that we use for cholesterol?
All right. So here is what we have to understand. We are not selling healing for a particular problem. What we are doing is that we are giving your mitochondria the energy that it requires. Mm-hmm. So once that part of your body have to do anything with a cell, the cell now gets well, and whatever needs to be fixed will be fixed.
Oh, okay. That's great clarification. So you're going to the root.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you.
The body heals itself.
the body heals itself. I love that. And we're nearing, we have about 9 more minutes. So I want them to know where they can find you. So let's get that out there. How can we contact? I know I'm interested. I've been sold. I love the information, love the energy, love the delivery. And so I'm gonna be somebody who can come back on the show and testify, because I definitely will test the product. But tell us where we can find you, and whether you want to share anything about price range. You share that pertinent information. How can we get the product, and what can we expect?
Okay, I can take that one. Sister Jackie, we tell you that whoever invited you on this call, go back to them, and they can tell you where to get information. Or for you, for example, anybody here in Nassau can contact me on Freeport, Pastor Barbara, etc. We give you the information, we give you the link. And let me tell you what the price is. The products, we call it technology, the two of them, they work together as a combo. So they're usually sold as a combo.
Right.
First, you have the Liquid Restore. That's priced at $100. And you have the Rejuvenate, which is the cream. That's priced at $50. We tell you to go on the website that we will send you, and you register to get your own free website. No cost, no charge. Your website is free. And then you will order as a referring customer on your own website. I'll tell you why that's important a little bit later on.
Okay.
When you get those two products, you get an additional or a second jar of Rejuvenate free. This company is not about making a killing. This company is about healing. So we don't mind giving you an extra jar of Rejuvenate, because we tell people to use the Restore. If you have a very serious situation, for example, we tell you to double up on the Restore. Very, very important. Now, that package will cost you $160. By the time you add shipping, that'll be $173. And if you use a courier, that'll bring it up to about $20 extra. So we tell you about $200 to get it to your door. Now, if you sign up as a referring customer, you get discounts and you get freebies. Everybody likes freebies, right?
Free.
Free. Well, we tell you that. Now, here's the thing. The company allows you to make money whether you want to or not. Let me explain that. When you sign up as a referring customer, what happens is that you don't have to buy right away if you don't want to. But here's the thing. When you have good news, you don't keep it to yourself, do you?
No,
you share it. And when you get your link, if somebody buys on your link, that will credit you as having bought, and you will get a commission based on what they bought. Isn't that cool? So everybody that buys from you will get a commission. Now, what that does is that builds up store credit. We call it Mito Cash. That builds up store credit in your back office. So it pays you to let people know about you and what the product does for you, because eventually you'll be able to buy your products without coming up from cash. Just buy from store credit. No cash out of your pocket. All right, store credit. Once you do it, if you have enough people, we tell you, if you get 3 to 4 to 5%, that will allow you to buy your own products free. We tell you, again, go to the person that referred you. If not, you can come to me, and my link is moremito.com/lifesaver. Moremito, small letters, .com/LIFE, But we want to introduce the whole region to this product. That's why we tell people, whoever invited you, go back to them for the information. They will share with you, and they will empower, because we want the Caribbean to be healed. We want everybody to be healthy, because that's how God intended for us to be. We may not be able to raise the dead, but we certainly want you to be able to benefit from what Christ has said. He wants you to live the abundant life. I hope that helps.
Okay, it does. So just for clarification, the product is ordered online. It's not available in store. It's totally online.
Online. Well, some people will get some stock and they will keep it on hand just to share with people, to give samples. Or if somebody doesn't have any online presence, then I'm sure they can find somebody who will do it for them and deliver the product to them.
Okay, so there we have it. If someone can post your link in the chat, or the different links in the chat, in the interest, we have about 4 4 minutes remaining
Quick
on the show. Question? Okay, we go back
Yeah,
to
my
the
hand is up.
there. Go right ahead.
Hi, this is Malva Lindsay from Toronto, Canada. I just want to ask Dr. Samuels. First thing's a statement. I was walking and my left knee felt like it was gonna slip out, but it actually slipped in place because then there was no pain. But my right knee is giving me the warmest time possible. I rub it every time with the Rejuvenate, or even just sit there and rub it. But it's not holding up.
How much time per day are you doing it?
Man, since we're talking here, I did it again. So far for the day, I've done it about 3 times.
About 3 times. All right. So what has happened? I think what has happened in your case is that you were favoring the left knee prior, correct? Like you would walk and favor the left knee, not put too much pressure on it and all of that.
Now I'm gonna have to, because the right one can't take any pressure.
No, so that's what I'm saying. You were in the so the same thing. You I believe that you just keep applying it, double up, triple up, even quadruple. Because I heard person said that if you remember the one lady with her dad, she was saying that she put it on it so often. Because remember, it's getting rid of 3 things out of your knee. It is getting rid of the oxidative stress, it is getting rid of inflammations, and it's getting rid of free radicals. So just continue doing what you're doing, continue double up on it, and make sure that, I'm sure that you do it already, that you mix them both so that it maximum efficacy.
Oh yeah, yeah, I have done that already. Thank you. Because I was just wondering, why is it so painful when the other one snapped into place? You know?
It's just jealous. It's gonna get better soon.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else? We have a couple of minutes, 2 more minutes. Any pressing questions? If not, I'm just going to get a formal, a final word from our guests. Each person, final word in the interest of time. So let's start with our 2 guests. I think that 2 in Jamaica, then we'll go to Dr. Major with the final comment. So doctors in Jamaica.
This is Clive Campbell. I just want to say that the product is so natural. Persons are using it as a toothpaste. They're using it as an underarm deodorant. They're using it as a lotion. So you can start buying those things when you have this particular product to rejuvenate. Also, to put it on the top of their head for alopecia, and also just to use it to balance the body, on the forehead, on the back of their head, on their navel, the belly button, on the bottom of your feet. You're detoxing the body, you're relieving the body, you're giving the body all these avenues for the product to get into the body, and to say, pack your bags and go to the left, to the left. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So when folks think about it, Dr. Samuel, when folks think about the harsh medications that we take, and as Professor Major mentioned before, we take one product for the problem that we have, and then we got to take one for the side effects and another one for the side effects. My thing that I like to talk about is the person on diabetes. So we give you 500 milligrams to take once per day. To maybe 5 years later, we tell you that, oh, it's not working, so we need you to take it twice per day. A few years later, we're telling you need to get another medication, a sulfonylurea or something else. And then a few years later, that's not working either, then we have to get you on insulin. So you're taking these 3 drugs plus insulin just to control your blood sugar. What I'm saying is that if you get into the cell, get the mitochondria right, so it can eliminate the free radicals, eliminate the oxidative stress, eliminate the inflammation, then we will eliminate the insulin resistant type of diabetes. God bless.
Just want a number.
I think someone was asking for a telephone number. Put the link in the chat, please. And maybe if you want a telephone number, because in the interest of time, Dr. Major, can you do your last comment and so we can close, please?
Yeah,
Dr.
thank you
Major.
so much. Sister Jackie, thank you so much for being a congenial host, for having us on, and Dr. Dave as well. My link is in the chat. You can contact me there at, my phone number is 455-1454. But let me say this, God's plan for your life, for our lives far exceed your current circumstances. So why settle for less? Don't settle for living in pain. Don't settle for living with sickness and disease. Do not settle for always being tired, low energy. Do not settle for taking medication for the rest of your life. Do not settle for taking medication that has harmful side effects. Jesus came, as Dr. Elby reminded us, to have life, but have it more abundantly. We don't want to survive. We want to thrive. God bless. Thank you again.
That's a beautiful way for us to end the show. Definitely, we want to thrive. We've had information that can positively transform your lives. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure spending this 1 hour with you. We hope that you are now empowered to make a decision, a powerful decision. So we left the information in the chat. You know how to reach out in the respective areas. Please ensure that you are able to get the products, and don't just get the products, because sometimes we get the products and we don't use it. So to be able to testify about the goodness of the product, you have to do two things. You have to get it and you have to use it. I'm Jacqueline Gardner, serving as your host. We've had 3 esteemed guests on our show. We want to say thank you so very much. We need to get you back on with more testimonies. So we definitely will be reaching out back to you. Once I've used the product, get the product and use it, I'll definitely be interested in being, one of your testimonials. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful Sunday. Thank you for spending this hour with us, and continue to light your world. Go light your world. Once again, to Dave, enjoy the march. I know he's enjoying the march. Congratulations to him on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Yes. Thank you so very much on behalf of Global 99.5, our Facebook, YouTube channel. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Jackie, I will get you your free sample as soon as my products come in.
Thank you. I'm keenly interested. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.